since the listing of Ola Electric, the share prices have almost doubled. But concerns on profitability still remains. The losses for FY24 have widened 1,500 odd crores. So what is your profitability roadmap for Ola Electric? When do you break even, and when does the company start making profits?
No, very relevant question. This is on the mind of many investors. And we just had our first quarterly earnings call also on 14th August. So it was quite a busy week for us. 9th listing, 14th earnings call, and 15th this annual event. So in our earnings call, we actually showed our results in two segments. We broke up our business into two segments, the automotive segment and the cell segment. Now, both are in very different stages of evolution, and that's why we wanted to give the street more information to analyze our performance. So if you look at our automotive segment, the automotive segment in Q1 was at an EBITDA almost break even. It was negative 30 crores or so. And that also because of a one-time reversal we had to pay for a SOP change in the government for PLI accruals. So if that had not been there, we would have actually been EBITDA zero. So that means our automotive business is already EBITDA break even in EVs, which many people were not very clear about the automotive EV business model. And we have shown that even with fast growth, even with investing into penetration, you can improve margins. Now, there is a roadmap to profitability from EBITDA to PAT. Now, we have 2 or 3 strategies which we are continuing to execute on, which will deliver improving margins over the subsequent quarters. Firstly, with increasing volumes. In manufacturing businesses, you have operating leverage. So your fixed costs don't go up. The factory I've already built for a higher scale. The people costs, engineering costs, etc., all are built for a higher scale. Now, as I'm increasing my volumes, and just in Q1, my year-on-year growth was 32%. Q2, again, the volumes are public every month with Vahan portal, so you can see the volume growth over last year. So as volumes are growing, the margins are improving because costs are not growing with it. So that's one theme on the path to profitability. Second theme is, as we continue to do more vertical integration in EVs, EV supply chains are very different from ICE. So hence, as a strategy, we did much more vertical integration of manufacturing and engineering. And as we continue down that path, we further see margin expansion because instead of buying from a global supplier, we are producing ourselves and hence saving the 20-30% margin for that component that supplier would be charging us. And the centerpiece of that is the cell. The cell is the costliest thing that goes in the vehicle. There's a duty that you also pay if you bring it into India. Now, as our cell production goes into our own products by early next year, there'll be a very sizable margin expansion because of that also. So this is the roadmap. We've not put a timeline to it, but thematically, the strategic themes are operating leverage with volume expansion and vertical integration continuing to increase gross margin expansion.
Last week, we saw your electric bikes. So is electric cars the next? Last year, you did mention about Ola Electric planning electric cars. But have you set the program or so the why? Or if not, then how soon do we get to see the electric cars from your stable?
See, our mission at Ola Electric is to really make India a global EV hub. And I want to actually unpack that for all of you and your viewers a little bit because I really believe in it. So India is roughly 20% of the world's population. Our generation's biggest challenge around the world is to build a sustainable future in terms of climate change. The world cannot achieve it without India because India is 20% of the world's population. India is 20% of the world's growth already with 7% growth. As we increase our growth, India will be a higher percentage of global growth. So India needs to build a sustainable paradigm of energy and automotive. The global solution for sustainability is luxury cars, luxury EVs. That's what the large global EV companies in the West are doing. That's not relevant for India. India is two-wheelers, three-wheelers, maybe small cars. This is the majority of transport in India. And it's not just this is not just the Indian paradigm. This is the global South paradigm. Indonesia, Vietnam, Africa, South America, even parts of Europe, Eastern Europe, even mainstream, mainland Europe. India is going to be India will have to invent an EV paradigm for itself and an energy transition paradigm for itself. And that's what Ola Electric is looking to do, build the products that Indians need. And those are by vast majority two-wheelers, three-wheelers, maybe small cars in the future. But we started this journey with two-wheelers. Within two-wheelers, scooters. And you saw us build a portfolio of scooters and get very large market share. The next phase of our journey is motorbikes, and we are very strongly focused on taking the frontier of electrification to the motorbikes now, building a credible set of products, building credible, exciting products for the consumers, and building the foundational technology which enables all of this, which is the cell, the motor, the software, all of that. Now, once we do this, we will go into three-wheelers, etc. We've been public about that. We're not doing it right now. And then in the long term, if we have strong fundamentals on supply chain, the cell, which is a common platform across two-wheelers, three-wheelers, four-wheelers, we could sell our cell to other companies, or we could expand into future products which are not in our roadmap right now. We are very strongly focused on two-wheelers, but as we grow, we will add new product lines.
Is the electric car off the table right now?
Yeah, we are not working on it right now. It's like I said, our vision is to build products relevant for India and build technologies to enable those products at scale. And we're going in a sequence: two-wheelers and then other products.
In switching gears to Ola Cabs, in 2019 you peaked to 1 billion rides per year. Now it has come down to around by 20-30% this year. So we'd like to know about its performance for the company. How is it performing? When do you expect it to turn profitable? And also there are talks about listing Ola Cabs.
Yeah.
So you can throw light on that.
Sure. So this data that you reference is not my data. I don't know. It's more public speculation. But our business is, obviously COVID was a dip in the overall transport industry. Since COVID, now we've recovered fully in the last couple of years. We are at all-time highs as a company and as an industry, the overall ride-sharing industry. So volumes are highest ever. We've expanded into new cities. We've scaled up our two-wheeler service. We've scaled up our three-wheeler service. So in that sense, the scale of the business is doing very well. Our mobility business in itself is very profitable. Even when we had maybe late last year showcased our FY23 results, when we had filed them in ROC, we had showcased that our EBITDA profitability had continued to improve, and the mobility business in itself is fairly profitable. In that company, when you look at the public financials, it's more the consolidated company financials. There are three segments in that. There is our mobility business, there is our financial services business, and there is our commerce business, which is a new business we've started with ONDC. Now, we are investing into the commerce part of it, but the other two businesses make money. And overall, that company is growing well. We haven't publicly commented on a timeline to IPO, but you will, it'll be there somewhere next year.